Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Once two strangers climbed old Rocky Top, looking for a moonshine still. Strangers ain't come down from Rocky Top, reckon they never will. Corn won't grow at all on Rocky Top, dirt's too rocky by far. That's why all the folks on Rocky Top get their corn from a jar. Rocky Top,
let's go fishing. I'm on a mission. It's so pretty, I'd sure hate to waste this chance. We'll find a shady little spot, not too cool, not too high. Perfect for a little fishing and romance. Oh yes.
Another beautiful morning on Lake Okeechobee, guys. We had a pretty good morning. Caught a lot of fish. Of course, bang. I'm a believer in that shrimp juice. And yeah, these Tennessee boys, they put it on them today. They put the fish in the boat, guys. They put some nice crappie in the boat. Blue and chartreuse, Mafia rods, and these Tennessee anglers. That's a deadly combination on Lake Okeechobee for catching crappie. And when we first got started, it was just, non-stop. We were catching them and catch them two at a time and just putting them in the live well. And then we went up there a little ways and it started slowing down a little bit. We just, it died off there. First couple hours, hour and a half, it was steady. We was catching fish steady. And we went on up a little ways, and I kept watching the screen, and I wasn't seeing the fish. I wasn't seeing the screen or the fish on the Lawrence. So I went out into 20 foot of water, and we caught a couple more out in 20 foot of water, and I told him, I said, let's just go cut over on the other side and see what we can get into. So we cut over on the other side, and the screen just lit up, guys. It just lit up with crappie. And we got back into them for about another hour. Just non-stop, we just trolling. We just, you can see the boats running up and down through there. The elites are, the BASS is here for the next Thursday, Friday, I think. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're 4 days. There are 3 or 4 days. And them guys are out practicing and running around. This angler here, he's out there catching them. These guys here, there's some of them's trolling, some of them's jigging, some of them's minnieing, but the river's just full of crappie, God. I don't know what it is. Look, the screen, I just kept, thank goodness for Lawrence live target, because I kept us in the fish with that thing, When I didn't see fish, I'd just swing over out in the middle, or I'd come back to the side, or I'd go to the other side until we got into them. Well, wasn't nothing blonde about it, but the guys are up here. They're all the way up the river catching fish. They're out in 20 foot of water.
Jigging, but he's really just trolling. You see how he's just moving along real slow.
If you can't catch crappie as many as in that river, you better take up golf, guys. I'm telling you right there, there's that many fish up here. No matter where you stop, you catch fish. So, but that's a good thing. Wind started picking up a little bit. Made a challenge of getting boat control, And you can see I was going fairly fast because of we put the 1/4 ounce bullet weight on, and we put a bead on there, and a swivel, and then put a leader on the back of it, and that was the trick. And blue and chartreuse Mafia or Brushpile twister tails was a ticket again today, guys. I don't know what it is about it, but it was a ticket. I tried some new spinners that had a blade on the front of it, like a propeller on the front of it, but They didn't work. It twisted my line up real bad, and we had a pain, doing it. But yeah, we're catching them 2 at a time. You can see we're just catching them 2 at a time. You can see them guys in that tournament. They're flying back and forth, trying to find some fish for the next 4 days. $100,000, guys, I think, for first place. So if them guys find a pattern, they're going to be $100,000 richer. You know what I'm saying? You can see the size of them. Most of them we didn't have to measure. They were good fish. Pole benders, I call them, pole benders. They're good fish. You see how he had to pump them. You just couldn't reel them in. I went up. I'm kind of replacing some of my reels, my Shimano reels. I went from 1,000. I'm going up to 2,500 on my trolling reels because it's just. I mean, the crappie are getting bigger, and just pulling them in, you got a little more leverage with the 2,500 Shimano. And I went from 4-pound test up to 6-pound test. Suffix line, because the fish are just, I mean, they're big. They're 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, and if you try to pick them up, they'll break. It's just so you got to be really careful. I didn't take it. A net's in the way. I mean, I'll take a net when we're bass fishing, but with crappie fishing, I'm not taking no net because it's just in the way, and I don't. My boat's only 19 foot, and I need all the room I can get. But you can see these guys. They're putting fish in the boat now. They're putting some fish in the boat. It was non-stop. I mean, it really was. It was non-stop. Once I found them with that live target, and them guys adjusted their level of rods back here. It was like I always say, it was a team effort. These guys was good. I mean, they adjusted the level of the rods and got down there where they was at, and we caught fish.
I believe it's hung up.
Hung up? What would it be hanging on?
We had four rods out on both sides. We had some tangles up, but them guys were, experienced anglers. They knew what to do and how to handle it. So we were good in that way. Had a pretty good mess. We brought them in, cleaned them for them, and they're going to have a fish fry tonight. So good deal, guys. Like I said, it was. I mean, no matter where we went back and forth. No matter where we went, we caught fish. I mean, they were just non-stop. We went up through there a little ways. Boy, we seen some big alligator slides up there where the gators have been crawling down over the bank here and getting in the water. I mean, when it warms up in the afternoon, it was 59, I think, this morning or something like that. It was chilly, but once that sun moves up, them gators will come back out in the water. But yeah, we had our coats on till about 10 o'clock. I mean, it was fairly warm, or cold. I'm sorry, fairly cold. Then we kind of started shedding clothes about 10 o'clock, and we fished till about noon, and we just kind of glided around a little bit. Like I said before, no matter where we stopped, we caught fish. I mean, the river is just full of fish. I don't care where you go. Look at that. They're good fish. They are good fish, my man.
I'm trying to give Robert a piece of this candy, see if he likes it.
I can't eat it. I'm diabetic.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna have to work.
We had a little downtime, but most of the time there was action. If because a last place we stopped, we started catching smaller fish. I mean, some of them measured 10 and a quarter, but you know, some of them are really small. Well, that's a nice one there. Blue and chartreuse, guys. Blue and chartreuse. And Leaf just called me from the tackle shop here at Garrett's Tackle Shop, and they just got an order in a Brushpile twister tails, blue and chartreuse, pink and chartreuse, and just all the
You did it good.
baits that
Proud of you,
I've been
brother.
catching a lot of fish on, but most of them blue and chartreuse.
Yeah, this called the lead in.
I've caught a pile of fish on that dark color.
Your ends that one there, big then. I don't know where it's me or.
It was a little bit cloudy, and I think that kind of helped us a little bit up until, you know, even after the sun come up here about 7:30, and it stayed just a little bit cloudy. Now it's cool, but it kind of helped the bite, I think, because you know the bite was real good most of the morning. We had, like I said, we had some downtime, but most of the time there was always action. You know, 6-pound test. Like I said, I put 6-pound tests on all my reels. I didn't want to. I'm breaking off on them. You know. See how big they are. I'm wondering breaking off on them. 4-pound test was just. I mean, and then if I had retied more after catching several of them, it'd probably been better. But I don't. I wait till one breaks off, then I retie it. You know. You can see the bass boats practicing for that tournament this weekend. We hooked a pretty nice bass too. It was way back here, and it jumped. And I told him, I said, I don't think that's a crappie. And we got it. It went from one end to the other, like I said, and it got in there. It was a largemouth, and we turned it loose. Them big ones, you cannot control them. They go from one side to the other. I mean, it's just hard to keep them out of the other lines. Them great big ones, they just pretty well, they stay down too. They don't come to the top of the water. They stay down. It's just hard to keep them out of the other lines. Man, it was kind of a pretty wild crazy there for a little bit. Blue chartreuse. Oh my.
Bring him right in.
They were swinging them in from both sides there for a while. I mean, I was taking them off as fast as they was reeling them in. I was taking them off for them, you know. Yeah, I don't have a trip in the morning, but starting in 1st of March, I've got I think 5 or 6 trips straight for crappie specks. You know, yeah, we had a table full.